How's it going, guys? Welcome to another Patch Notes.
You did it wrong.
I don't say that with this actual thing because it's a
You
quick.
do it every time. Now do it
Not
right.
for this, Dave. Welcome back to the Patch Notes Balance. I have with me Dave because he happened to just be available. I also have our buddy Kenny.
Hello.
So this is us just basically going over the patch notes for Season 8, or 8.0, technically, if you want to get technical with it, where it drops Devil Dinosaur. From the first looks of Devil Dinosaur, man looks sick, and I'm super excited. I was not a dinosaur kid growing up. At the same time, it's a dinosaur. Why wouldn't I be excited? But we're here to talk about the patches themselves, and they did the buffs and the nerfs like they would normally. Kenny is currently on his road to GM, I think.
Yes.
So he's going to be talking from a more higher up perspective than we are. At the same time, you know, everyone's opinions are mattering. Okay, I've stalled long enough. Let's get into this. Deadpool, Vanguard Deadpool specifically. We're going obviously through the Vanguards themselves, then DPS, then supports. So reduce the band hammer from the ultimate ability. Healing provided while activated from 50 per second to 25 per second. That's crazy. I didn't realize it was healing that much. That's insane. Yeah. Reduce Desert Eagle. Single shot damage from 34 to from 36 to 34, and then the upgraded version from 42 to 39. That seems less. I don't want to say it's less important, but it's definitely like that's more of a easier balance than the fact that it's basically cutting his healing in half.
This particular nerf, I kind of saw coming, just because the proper way to play tank pool at any level is to upgrade Banhammer first out of your book. And dive the backline or just get rid of a squishy support, victimize them, and then jump back into the middle of a fight. Like if you're in domination, you would see a Luna has no snowball available, pop that ult and just switch to swords and just go crazy because there's not a lot of counterplay to that currently.
Yeah, the fact that you basically just heal the entire time.
I just want to say I like the way you put that. Victimize them. I like
Yeah,
that.
100%. He's Deadpool is very similar to Thor. It's like you pick one person, whether it be a supporter or a duelist, and you victimize them the entire game and make them switch. My mentality as a tank main is to just pick one person that pisses you off or a character that's going to be a problem for your team and just make sure they cannot play the game. So this nerf coming, I'm really, really not surprised by at all. Mainly because once you max out your book and you have everything available, Banhammer is still one of the strongest ults in the game just by snuffing down like Star-Lord ult, Hela's rotation gets completely gutted. Like there's a lot of things he shuts down. It's actually a really good counter ult or initiate ult.
Yeah, because honestly, you just like even if you just like miss and just throw it on like a support, or whatever. It's like, hey, now you guys just can't. You really can't shoot anymore because guess what? You're gonna now get hurt from that or whatever. Emma Frost is up next. So her telepathic pulse fall off now begins at 4 seconds versus 3 seconds after not hitting an enemy. So that's basically her normal basic attack. And now it actually, as opposed to when it's being at 100%, as opposed to it falling off faster, it actually just can keep it at 100% a lot longer. Reduce Mind's Aegis response cooldown from 3 seconds to 1 second. Is that her? Which one is that? Is that the?
That's her right click, the shield she puts out.
Oh, okay. So actually, she's able to put it up faster then?
Yes.
Good.
Because there was a period where you would have to right click, hold it to put the distance, and then let it sit, and then you can't reposition it for 3 seconds. But it being down to 1 second is huge. So,
honestly, I feel like they should tweak all the shields in the game to make them a lot like Doctor Strange's, because like his can kind of just like, you know, pop up, pop down, no fucking problem, and it's just like I don't understand why everyone else has to like wait a couple of seconds to do it. It's like, brother, it's a shield. Like, come on, what are we doing here? And lastly, increased damage reduction gain during the Diamond Form and Psychic Seduction, which is basically her ultimate ability, from 25% to 20, or from 20% to 25%. So correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they just nerf this from 25 down to 20? So now they're just reversing it?
Yeah, I'm assuming because now she has because now that we know Devil Dinosaur is first.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is to keep her in contention as still one of the premier tanks. I feel like with Emma, you walk forward as a tank, and with Penny, you walk backwards to be defensive. So
yeah.
Them doing this is making it so she's really good at isolate, like similar to what I said about, you know, you picking a target and victimizing them. Mm-hmm. Emma is like a stop sign to someone that's diving. She's someone that when she's in diamond form, I want to go for the kill. Back in the earlier season, that's what she did. It's like you pick somebody that was a duelist and you slam against the wall
Yeah, and then they just die. They just literally fall over dead.
Yeah, it's
So,
happened many
yeah.
times to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in conjunction with how you're supposed to play this game, this makes it so she's goes from like maybe B plus tier to A tier again. Especially with the old charge nerf, this makes it so she's more valuable than before because that was a big hit to her because her ult is like one of the best shutdown tools in the game and it's damn near global or like the range is nuts. So her having an off switch was a big deal. So this is helping her a lot actually. This is all buffs, which is great.
Speaking of one last buff, which goes to the last Vanguard, the Thing, or the Ting, increases maximum health, or base health, from 700 to 750. I think this is fine. I don't think it's going to be too crazy. It's going to be a little bit harder for Punisher mains now to kill him, because they have to use, like, what, 3 more bullets, I think, Dave, to shoot him in the face?
Yeah, around that.
But, I don't know. I think it's fine. Things that, at least from my support perspective, things not really that hard to like kill. He's kind of very squishy to begin with, ish, because he is just like a big dude running straight at you. So I think this is fine.
I think this is to put him in conjunction with other tanks because he's kind of a flex tank where he can sit on the back line and stop dive, or he can sit in the front line and punch everybody in the jaw. So him with Devil Dinosaur, it seems like based off of the utility, which I've always played him that way, where you have a primary shield tank with like Mag or Strange, and then you have like the flex tank that can kind of do what they want. Thing can kind of be everywhere, and him having more health is a big deal. I'm very excited. Thing stonks up, baby. I love it.
Well, let's see how well it actually works against the Duelist. That's partially the reason why Dave's on this call, because it's DPS time. Iron Fist is getting buffed apparently. Jet Kwando, which I'm going to need to actually pull up the hero page because they like to use Iron Fist's actual names for things, which logically it makes sense. At the same fucking time, I don't speak his language. So I don't. Also, all of his abilities are fucking just Jesus Christ.
So just his normal left click.
Yes, it is his normal left click. I just pulled it up.
Yeah,
so
how it works
getting
is
hit now, reduce the cooldown of Dragon Defense, which is the stupid shield thing he does. No, it's the block. Dragon Defense by 1.2 seconds, up from 1 second. So originally, his block stacks or whatever, like when he actually used the block or whatever, and then you just normal punches, it's not going to last longer. It's going to come off of cooldown faster. Basically. Cool. As well as increases his kick. I know the kick because that's an easy one. First strike damage from 35 to 40. This is fine. I mean, it's not fine because fuck Iron Fist, but like this is fine.
Yeah, Iron Fist is already a specialist character. He's in the same tier as T'Challa, where he's open-ended on how good or bad the mains of him are.
Yeah,
you can tell the difference between someone just playing Iron Fist to learn him and those that have mastered the ways of being a fucking pest because he's so fucking good in the right hands. He can parry anything in the game. So this is a big buff to the specialists. Like this is whatever T'Challa's buff was in season 7, Iron Fist mains, this is their buff. Like this is their moment off the shelf where he does percentage damage with his right click, the flurry of punches. So this is a big deal and a way for him to be viable and still threatening, even if it's because he gets completely shut down in my opinion when it comes to triple support comps because he hones in on one target and victimizes them outside of the ult because his ult becomes AoE for the flurry of punches.
Yeah.
So for double support comp or standard comps, this is a big buff for him.
Yeah.
So
he's also a dive, so I feel like that's gonna help him a little bit more with the anti-dive characters.
Yeah, as well as like having his actual defensive up even faster. Like it's not by much, but at the same time, it's like, hey, if you're hitting your shots, if you're doing your thing or whatever, it's a noticeable difference.
Yeah,
which is good for him personally because it's way he can kind of like go in. Oh, I messed up the engage or whatever. Cool, I'm gonna put up my defense, whatever. I got close enough. Now I'm actually gonna do my flurry attacks, and then hey, I can use my defensive now to get the fuck out if I need to. Mr. Fantastic, increased stretch punch damage from 65 to 70. Which is basically his basic attack. I don't think he needed that either, but okay, that's fine. Dan's gonna be happy. Remove flexible elongation, movement speed reduction. Isn't that his fridge mode? No, that's the when he grabs someone. Movement speed reduction. However, the charge time for each use has been reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Reduce the energy cost of his ultimate from 34 to 31. So just straight buffs for Mr. Fantastic all the way around. I think the biggest thing, honestly, is just his basic attacks are going to go up by 5 fucking damage. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's a big deal.
that's
Being
a
able
big
to
fucking deal.
punch everybody is already a big deal. Because and I actually give credit to Danny here. He doesn't play competitive, but if he did, he'd be a monster. Because I've never seen anybody enjoy that character or be as efficient with that character than him.
The fact that his ultimate comes up faster is kind of fucking crazy. The fact that his punches hit harder is gonna be fucking annoying. Yeah, hey, shout out to Mr. Fantastic Mains. Moon Knight, why are you on this list? Reduced Moon Knight's hook cooldown from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. Thank God,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, genuinely? So I'm not a Moon Knight main. At the same time, I do have a Lord Moon Knight. Dave's got a Lord Moon Knight. Most of us have a Lord Moon Knight.
I'm level 18, so I'm very close. I just think he's boring as fuck to play sometimes.
I agree. At the same time, that hook being on a 15-second cooldown was egregious.
So
because it's not even like you can use it for anything. It's just a movement tool. That's it. Like, it does zero damage.
Good movement.
It's not even a good movement tool. Like, it puts you in a very predictable arc of where you're about to go into a glide, a very slow glide.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's not one of those projectiles where it's like say Daredevil, which I don't even think people realize this. Daredevil's hitbox on his grapple hook, on what he can cling to, is like twice as fast compared to Moon Knight's because he pulls himself towards it.
yeah.
Daredevil does the same thing but twice as fast. I don't think people realize that.
Yeah, and it's fucked up. Yeah, no, this be honestly, I feel like they could have dropped this down to 10 seconds and it would not have mattered at all. We'll take quality of life buffs. Sure, why not? Phoenix has a wall of text. Increased cosmic flames. Direct hit damage from 50 to 55. I'm assuming that's her basic
She
attack.
didn't need a buff. Yeah.
Left quick.
Reduce explosive damage. Well, there's reduce. Hang on. Reduce explosive damage when detonating spark marks from 40 to 35. So basically, if you have full sparks on you, whatever, it gets less. However, increases her primary attack damage, making her far more threatening in baseline combat. So, okay, this is just a buff, right?
This is a buff. Just tricky, just because pound for pound, what she's supposed to be doing is shutting down other long range DPS like Hela, Moon Knight.
Yeah,
Namor.
it's a sniper fight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just she wins sniper fights a little bit easier now, just because the left click is essential to everything she does to detonate the spark.
Yeah.
So this is a buff in the sense that she shuts down every flyer already, and she's already off switch with her ult for bonus health. So this helps a little bit more. It just makes her a little bit like you have to hit your left clicks more than you have to do anything else in conjunction to detonate that last hit.
Yeah. But also too, this is just better because like I feel like with her, the explosion was kind of like a secondary like bonus, like it's icing on the cake on top of the damage anyway.
Yeah, her
So,
damage
like,
is already.
That's what I'm saying. Her damage is already kind of cracked. The explosion is just icing on the cake. It's just like, oh, we reduced the explosion damage. That's great, but you increase the main damage.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, we switch your guns from like it no longer shoots hollow points. It just shoots like heavy artillery shots. It's like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
This makes her a little bit better in the 1v1s in comparison to flat out team fights where she was hyper dominant when she put down the right click and you had to hit your left clicks. Yeah, this just helps her for individual 1v1s like against an Iron Man, a Storm, anything like that. So it just helps her run her ones a little bit better because she's already a pest to deal with in terms of the teleport and the flight.
Yeah.
So this is fine to her individual stats. It just makes it so for her AoE explosions in conjunction everybody being next to each other for the explosion, it makes it a little bit harder for it to be damaging. So this is a buff. It's a change more than it's a buff or a nerf.
Good, we'll take it. Thing that we're not going to take, although Dave's going to argue with me.
No, I am gonna love this.
Spider-Man! Increase spectacular spin damage, which is the ultimate, I believe, per single spherical spell field from 13.6 to 15 flat. Basically, and this is total damage over 2.4 seconds, which is how long he actually uses his ultimate, from 408 to 450. So basically, his ultimate's going to deal more damage.
This is the damage altogether.
This is just the damage altogether that it's explaining. Like, hey, total damage over the whole duration, which is 2 seconds or so, is increasing from 408 to 450. It's a flat, straight up, his ultimate deals more damage now.
I like it.
There's no downside to it at all. It's just a strong.
There's
I like
zero
it a lot.
downside. Well, here's a question, Kenny. Why are they buffing Spider-Man? Like, we don't like him in lower ranks. Are you guys struggling with him in higher ranks? Like, what's happening?
It really depends. The same thing I said about Iron Fist and T'Challa, I'll say here. The specialized Spider-Mans, unless they're shut down immediately, they can take over the lobby. He doesn't. He has to overcompensate or be considered a specialized character because he lost the the symbiote team up.
Yeah.
And the Johnny team up is essentially worthless in this meta because who the fuck plays Johnny and Spider-Man on the same team at any level? So it's already really hard to have a spider. You have to use his base kit and not rely on team ups anymore. Therefore, Spider-Man is kind of terrible meta wise. Like there's better picks and he's a specialized character.
Yeah.
So this is a great buff for any level of Spider-Man mains, just because he builds up
More
his
kills
ult.
for the ult.
Yeah, he's more kills for the ult. He's overall threatening when he's already in the backline and people don't pay attention at any rank anyway.
Yeah.
So Namor or his counters not getting a direct change or buff this particular patch is already a placebo buff to him. So him getting a stronger ult is actually a really big deal. I still think he's going to be a menace at the lower echelons where maybe Namor and Moon Knight are banned because that like shutting down like if you have somebody that pays attention to what Spider-Man does, the minute he commits to his web swing,
Yeah.
you're supposed to get washing machined by Wanda, or you know what I mean, like a Namor that pays attention or turns around. The more people turn around, the worse he is already. So this particular ult is more satisfying to hit because it does more damage, even if he can get it off.
And worst off, the fact that because he still has the overshield with the ult, it makes him even harder to kill still. I don't know, man. As a Spider-Man hater, I'm like, this is really bad for me and mine. At the same time, kudos to Dave, I guess. Kudos to Ant. Like, yeah, kudos to Tony or whatever.
What's funny is his biggest op, or one of his biggest ops, Emma, is actually buffed this patch, so this is not a patch to play Spider-Man against Emma at all. Like, if Emma gets banned more on principle, great. But if she's up and she pays attention and she turns into diamonds, there's nothing fundamentally Spider-Man can do anything about it. You can't cancel that ult. That's what people forget about that because they don't play Spider-Man as much as other characters. Once he says don't mess, that's it. That ult just goes off and he can't cancel it. So he's very simple to shut down by the Thing and Emma. So
that's true. Squirrel Girl, moving on. Doreen's now slightly faster. That's nutty. And I do agree that is fucking nutty. So, reduce cooldown of Mammal Bond from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. Reminder, Mammal Bond is the ability that she can basically push the button. Now she has access to all of her other abilities, minus the ultimate, again. I feel like the people who said, hey, buff Squirrel Girl, are the same people who said, hey, buff Spider-Man. And it's just I asked.
You're not the same.
The reason why I'm saying is because there are people that still think that Spider-Man is weak. There are people that still think that Squirrel Girl is weak, and I'm like, both of these people are wrong. What are we doing? As a Squirrel Girl player myself, Lord as well, I don't know why they buffed this. It was fine. In fact, it's not even a buff. It's a reverse because they actually increased this to 15 like 2 or 3 patches ago.
Oh, so she's off punishment.
Yeah, she's off punishment. So I'm like, what? Okay. I don't know what she did. Maybe because she's popping off in the blood hunt mode or something.
You know what? I think they buffed her because they buffed Iron Fist. Because
yeah, that makes sense.
That's a secret counter to Iron Fist. What's
the blockade? The thing that actually stuns him or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that once they get by that, anybody in the game can kill her because you see those little squirrel bastards holding somebody still and they're done for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's what it's for because a couple of the dive characters got buffed.
I mean, I'm not saying no to this. Same reason why Dave didn't say no to the Spider-Man thing because hey, we play these characters. Fuck it, why not? I would like to see some Squirrel Girl nerfs, if I'm to be completely honest, but that's just me. Just nerf the range. That's it. Just nerf the fucking range, or even just make it so it doesn't go infinite range. That too.
Or just bring the damage back down.
Well, like I said, I feel like with Squirrel Girl, all you have to really change is her nets don't have infinite range. Like, after a certain point, they just disappear. Similar to, like, Doctor Strange when he's just shooting the little maelstrom thing. After a certain range, it just disappears from existence, and you no longer can be hit after that range. Make the same thing with Squirrel Girl. Like, she should not be able to shoot her, like, acorn from literal spawn and hit you. Like, no. Not okay. Meanwhile, Star-Lord, increase the ammo capacity of elemental guns from 40 to 50 again?
Yep.
Again?
He's off punishment too?
No, they already increased it. They increased it like fucking, what, season 3, season 4? They're increasing it again?
Yeah, so 50 shots against a high elo, like a Star-Lord that's maybe celestial and a main of that character is about to have
that's so much. It's like, oh hey, here's like two, like I don't want to bring Loki into this, but like Loki, where there's like, oh yeah, we're gonna increase Loki's like his ammo capacity. Here's 2 more bullets. Here's like 3 more bullets. Like there's like fucking DPS is like, oh yeah, here's 10. Here's a clip. You're fine. They did the same thing with Punisher like a couple of patches ago. It's like, oh yeah, your gun, yeah, it's got 15 more bullets. You're fine. I'm just like, what the fuck?
That was perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I might actually start legit looking at Star-Lord because I played a fuck ton of Tracer in Overwatch, so now that I got 50 fucking bullets, I can miss all day and be generally fine.
Yeah, he's one of the true, like, by birthright, like, mosquitoes of the game.
Yeah.
He's very hard to deal with. He can play from the front, back, and side of any team comp and be completely fine. There's literally little to no counterplay except tucking to get away from a Star-Lord that has Mantis power up and Magneto bubble. There's no counterplay.
Yeah.
None.
Wolverine's the last DPS. Reduce the trigger cooldown of regenerative healing factor from 105 seconds to 90 seconds. I love this. I love this.
Randy's going to enjoy this.
Oh no, Randy's gonna love this. Like, but that's besides the point. I love this personally because it felt way too long when I'm on the enemy team. Which is weird to say that I want my enemy to be stronger, but at the same time, it's like... Because when this thing pops, A, you really can't control it. I mean, you kind of can, but you know what I mean. You really can't control when it goes off, and then it's just like, well, now I'm just mortal for the next fucking year and a half. Yes. But I still have to go and do my job.
Yes.
like, and I like the fact that it's still high enough, like at 90 seconds, to be like, hey, you can't be an idiot. But it's low enough that's just like, hey, now if you went in there and you fucked up because you didn't see that guy or whatever, you're not gonna get humanly punished because of it. No, this is a great change. This is awesome. I would prefer he had just scrapped this passive completely and give him fucking Deadpool's passive of the healing out of combat, but that's just me.
That would be too strong on the higher echelon of play.
I guess.
Like his what's funny is his main counter is anybody that can run a 1 with him. So I think because they buffed Phoenix and
Blade.
Blade as well. Blade is very slept on. But anybody that can squabble with him 1v1 and shut him down as a duelist is already a problem to him because his job is to displace somebody important. And it's already hard for him to catch flying duelists anyway. So he needs to be a monster on the ground. And with Devil Dinosaur coming into the match, or into the fray of what this patch is, he does need to be able to have better upkeep and isolate anyway, because similar to Iron Fist, he's a very, very specialized one-trick pony on what he's supposed to be doing. He has to do it effectively. So this is a necessary buff next to him getting more base health. So this is a big deal.
Yeah.
The tenacity buff actually helps him out a lot as well. So this is, I think Wolverine just from this buff alone is like 10% better.
No, I love it. I really love it. Alright, let's go to Strategist. Why is Loco in this list? It's fine. I'm going to ignore that for 10 seconds. Alright, Invisible Woman. I chose the wrong class to main in this game, bro. I swear to God.
You can always come to the tank army, baby.
Yeah, I know. I know you guys are always enlisting, let me tell you.
Yes.
Alright, so Invisible Woman, reduce force field's push distance from 12 meters to 10 meters, and the damage from 55 to 50. So as a Sue Lord, for the most part, this is fine. I mean, let's get real. It's not fine. At the same time, don't stop it. But this is fine because, honestly, her push was, like, really far. Like,
yes,
really far.
Yeah, it is.
It is really far. The damage is minuscule because the damage you only really ever use the damage like for the damage portion of it in order to basically kind of snipe kills or like secure a kill or whatever like that. It wasn't really focusing on like, oh, let me use this to actually get the damage in. No, I was only ever using it for like, get the fuck away from me. Plus, I like that they only change the push, not the actual pull. This is fine. As nerfs go, this is fine. She could have gotten hit harder. I'm fine she didn't.
Yeah, she's already like the queen of shutting down dive as it is, so this is to overly emphasize how they feel about CC in this game, because the tenacity change is, that's the piggyback that she has a particular way to handle dives, and this is just a way to reinforce, yes, she does need, the backline will always need help against dive, but this is a way to make her honest and fair as well. Because the pushback, she could push people off the map. Like, was it Tokyo 2099? She was a menace. Was at point 2, she could push a whole team off and buy like 10 seconds of time in a
Yeah,
match. So.
and it's like you could be doing that from a very safe distance. Now
Yes.
you have to be a little bit closer, which works out anyway because I think that's actually her basic attack range is 10 meters anyway. No, I'm fine with this. That's fine. Loki, buddy, why are you on this list? You missed 2 whole patches, and then they had to go fuck with you. I love that for them. All right. Increase. Ooh, wait, increase. Hang on, that may be a buff.
Yeah, you got to change.
Increase mystic missile healing ratio from 90% to 100%. Thank you. Reduce the mystic missile damage ratio from 90% to 80%. That's fine. Increase the cost of energy cost of his ultimate from 43 to 45. That's also fine. I am checking one thing because I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but okay, yes. So his ultimate now costs exactly the same as Adam Warlock's. Yes. That makes sense because it's as impactful as an Adam Warlock ult, if we're really thinking about it.
The reason this is a big buff to him is 1 for the healing and 2, Devil Dinosaur's ult looks like a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
So I think that's what this is compensating for, because if you notice over the past couple patches, they buff and nerf characters based off of who's coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty damn sure the reason his ult is going to cost more is because 2 Devil Dinosaurs, 1 being Loki and 1 being Devil Dinosaur, is going to be like very impactful fight. So his ult is already a game changer. Like I said, specialized mains of characters do in fact matter, because a good Loki ult at the right time can completely paradigm shift everything that's going on.
And a good Loki understanding, you don't have to just choose your other support. Also, yeah, that also, because I've chosen like hey, here's a double Star-Lord ult. Deal with this. One thing I really, really like is the fact that they understood the assignment and they're like, hey, we're going to increase your healing, but we're going to reduce your damage. That's all any of us Loki players want. Like, we don't want you to nerf Loki to the fucking ground, because everyone can play, oh, he does too much damage, he does too much damage. Cool. Then nerf just the damage. Keep our healing. He's a healer. Let him do his job. Like, exactly. I love this. I love this a lot. This doesn't mean it's going to be a lot harder to kill things. At the same time, you've got 3 clones. Multiplication matters. It'll be fine. No, I love this. This is a buff for Loki, despite the ultimate change. This is a buff. Mantis. Reduce allied inspiration damage boost provided to allies from 12 seconds to 8, or 12% to 8%. That's a huge nerf. Jesus. New effect, however, now provides a flat 100 movement speed bonus to allies. What?
I don't like that.
What do you mean 100 movement speed bonus? For the whole duration? With Ultron now having...
What was this for? What ability is that for?
Hi, Tony. What's up? So Mantis. Reducing the damage boost that she gets. So her little damage leaves or whatever. It reduces the actual damage that it gives the allies from 12% to 8%. However, now they're getting 100 movement speed bonus.
That's crazy.
I'm assuming that's for the duration. That's gonna be insane. Are you high?
Yes. Like, and I hate to sound like a broken record. Remember the characters that are coming in. This is for you to put on Devil Dinosaur. 100%. A fast
and a Groot and an Emma for free.
And a Loki dealing with a dive. Like, think about her. Think about her team up. Loki, herself, Loki, and Groot is already a really strong team up. Because giving Loki of all people a stronger lamp as a power up is fucking nuts. So I just trying to dive Mantis is probably the stupidest thing you can do in this patch.
I don't know if I'm okay with this.
Yeah, Mantis is in a very good position this patch, just because the healing is okay, but she shouldn't be a main healer anyway. So and no disrespect to you as a heal main, that for extra that less than that. -4%, not a big fucking deal compared to what she just got as a compensation. As a tax refund, this is nuts.
You could throw this just like casually on a Black Panther, like, oh, I see BP's just like kind of in my range, but like he's over there or whatever. Hey, here you go. Ignore the damage boost. You're just using it for the fucking speed.
The character that benefits the most from being too fast and hard to deal with is Psylocke. Imagine her with 8% more damage and 100 more movement speed, coming out of Invis and ulting.
Like, what the fuck? Why are you giving 100 movement speed? That's so much!
Oh, and another thing people don't realize, when Storm is ulted, you can still put shit on her. So you can put a bubble on her with Magneto, or you can put this fucking thing on her. So people need to get creative with their shit. Star-Lord as well. This is obviously for Star-Lord as well. Him going legendary and going Mach speed at the same time with 8% more damage.
That's okay. That's gonna be some serious fucking testing. But I have a distinct feeling that's gonna be fucking Wanda. Wanda's ulting or
That's
whatever.
gonna go crazy.
Wanda's ulting. Just put it on her just for the movement speed.
Yeah, Wanda, Rogue, Spider-Man ulting. Like, come on, bro, stop it.
Yeah, a Rogue ulting? Jesus Christ! Like,
Yeah, I can't. I solo tank a lot, so I just see the creative things that people do at high level, and I'm like, oof.
I'm not okay with that.
I would actually. I think Mantis is ban worthy with this. Honestly.
Yeah. If it's as dangerous as we think it is, then yes. Side note, this is actually a perfect good time to mention, in which case that if you're watching this the day this video drops, new patch is coming out on Friday. I am going to be live streaming the entire day. Link will be down in the doobly-doo for you to come over and check out. Okay, moving on to something hopefully less insane. Rocket Raccoon! Rocket is upgrading his arsenal. Those are the greatest words I've ever heard. Increase bombard mode hits damage per projectile from 16 to 17. That's his primary?
Yep.
Oh, they're increasing his base. Okay, sure, why not? Increase repair mode, which is the secondary, from 8 to 10. Reduce the energy cost of Sia, or his ultimate ability, from 4,3 to 4,000 straight up.
This is ban worthy.
This is insane.
Never. For what?
It says charges, so because it might just be the ammo. Yeah, it's the ammo. So basically, he gets 2 more bullets when it comes to his reload.
For what?
And increase the damage of his actual minigun. Why? It already shreds. Why are we increasing the damage?
For what?
It already shreds. I've killed thousands of people with that minigun, dude. Groots don't stand a chance. Thor stands no chance. Thing stands no chance. It's like, oh, a dive's on me. Cool. I'm gonna just throw a bubble out at my feet or whatever, and just light you the fuck up. Why?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna lump the Rocket Raccoon people with the Squirrel Girl people with the Spider-Man people, because I don't know what any of them was smoking. Why did they get popped? Okay.
I'm very mad about it, actually.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Last one on the list that we're going to talk about, because the team-up abilities we'll talk about later. Last one on the list is the White Fox. Increased healing amount provided by the surrounding aura during her Fox Awakened form, which is her teleport? No, that is her when she goes into melee mode. Right. Yeah, so her healing is going to be increased from 25 per second to 35 per second. That's insane, because she was already a pain in the ass to kill the first time. Reduce the burst healing generated by each successful attack during the awakened mode from 35 to 25. So basically, it's the factor of, because this is all dev notes and stuff. So basically, it's when she goes into awakened mode, she has 2 different forms of healing. She has the AoE around her, kind of like Deadpool's Deadpool in your area. That is going to be increased in healing just per second. So standing next to her, you'll heal more. Her basic attacks also healed herself and everyone around her for a burst every time she hits someone. That's being reduced. So basically, they're trying to change her from a, hey, let's go scrapping for the sake of going scrapping, and more of a, hey, remember, you're still a healer, so AoE healing more than just pure. It honestly sounds like they're just trying to make her not take a bunch of 1v1s she should not have been winning to begin with. Like against a Blade, against, like, a Bucky or something of that sense, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fine. That seems fine. The fact that it's giving more healing in seconds, though, that's going to be a pain in the ass. But then it only really lasts for, what, 7 seconds?
I think so.
9 seconds. If she has all 3 tails, it lasts for 9 seconds. So, that's... So, I don't know, that's fine. Increase blessing of the 9, or blessing by the 9 healing to allies during the Kumiya
Blessed by the 9.
Ultimate ability from 40 seconds to 60 seconds. So basically, when she's actually stomping down or whatever, now her healing is actually going to be more. So I'm fine with that. Because honestly, she was kind of getting bursted down a little bit too easily in that mode. So now she'll hopefully be able to heal herself a little bit more.
That's healing to
Yeah.
allies.
Yeah. That's what I said. Meant what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this one I don't see a lot of White Fox. I think she's not that big of a threat outside of her her ulti.
Yeah.
I don't really see a lot of White Fox where I am. I think she has a lot of potential to be good, but there's no game in which I've been like, oh goodness gracious, we got to deal with this White Fox. Like, she's not that kind of support. She's kind of
Yeah, no, it's actually what I like. I don't really care for the whole, like, super overpowered supports or whatever that people have to look at, aka Gambit, Invis. I like White Fox because she's very much just like, I'm here, I do my job, I leave. Like, you try to dive me, I'm going to scrap with you, and then you're going to walk away. So that's pretty good. But no,
Daredevil.
so that is the patch notes for Season 8. We are all really, really excited about Devil Dinosaur. It seems very fun. I was reading onto the comments on the videos and stuff, and one of them was just like, finally, a tank for the Jeff mains. I was just like,
yeah.
you son of a bitch. You're right,
Yeah,
but shut up.
yeah. Actually, when you put it that way, yeah, that's exactly what it seems like.
Hey, I'm fine with us passing them around. Once again, if you guys are watching this the day of release, Friday, I'm going to be live streaming. Kenny will probably be there, and a bunch of other us will also be there anyway. But that's linked down in the doobly-doo. So, yeah, till then, we'll see you later.